in Osama City. You're watching One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with information, news, sports, and public affairs. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with love. Ang telebisyong pangmasa. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. One TV special report.
Thank you very much, Mami. Ang grupo Mr. Michael Duca, ang kasama sa National High School, Miss Rodessa Grace and the Presto, especially that means. And today, the launch of project, which will invest in our young people.
Miss noon ko,
Was the conversation about as of visit.
senso miss noon ko.
She visited the Bible Philippines office and generously donated the gospel what we are celebrating today, the birth of the Philippines with the support from Olivia Rodriguez.
I'm proud miss noon ko. Hindi siya
Allow me to go down so that we can give more details, and I know the discussion would benefit much the student leaders as well as our school heads, aside from our leaders at the division level. So thank you very much for this partnership. We are humbled and honored to really be here in Osama City Division, and looking forward to the next coming months on how are we going to work on this. Although this is not new because we have started this last year, but this is sort of an expansion on what we are going to do. When I say we, that means all of us present here. So it's not just Japaigo. So we are just a small part of the whole that's working on this intervention. So with your due permission, allow me to go down to, salamat po. Napaka-gentle lang. Thank you. So, let us revisit, no? What are we going to do here, no, in Osamis as far as this quote-unquote project? But as I would like to again reiterate what Ma'am Arlene mentioned, that this is not just a project or a program, but rather it would be good for us to have a perspective that this is a movement that we are doing. No? Iba kasi, iba ang perspective. No? There is somehow an enthusiasm to say, oh, this is a movement for us becoming resilient and aware. No? And aware for what? So, sige, tingnan natin yan. I like the music. Yan. Ay, bago na yan. During my time, so, as mentioned earlier, like just to acknowledge the sponsor of this project, just like Japaigo is an international non-profit NGO, and then we are operating at the ground level with support of several partners and donors, and one of which is Olivia Rodriguez. Sinong nakakakilala kay Olivia Rodriguez? Of course, our young ones. Yeah. So thanks to her, and I think the title of this project, Brave, resonates on who she is. Okay, so next slide, please. So for this interventions that we're going to happen in 10 schools in Osami City, at alam ko merong idadagdag pa, right? Yes, nagpalakpakan na. Sino yun na mga idadagdag? Let's just discuss the context para magkaintindihan po tayo. We want to see adolescents in climate vulnerable regions face barriers to SRHR, mental health, and climate education. So ito yung konteksto bakit tayo nandito. And then we have high teenage pregnancies, perhaps not just in this school, but in the whole region as well as in the whole country. And there are now on sexually transmitted infections, no, sa ating mga kabataan. And then, we have mental health issues. And we all know that. No, this is where we are now sa panahon na to. And then, there are schools na merong kakulangan in terms of strengthening the AY facility or peak centers or any program that is responsive to the needs of the adolescents in general. No? So that's where we are coming from for these interventions. Next slide, please. And so with that, the discussion, as mentioned by Ma'am Arlene, that we would like to look into the leadership of the youth. So you have a very big role here, mga kabataan, student leaders. No? So you are the what we call this, the bida. No? The bida for this project. At nandito kami, suporta sa inyo. Alright? So we want you to build your leadership on community and personal resilience. Second, climate adaptation. Pinasukan natin ito ng climate adaptation, which is one of the priorities as well of Department of Education. And then sexual and reproductive health and rights. Next slide, please. So, when we work on this here in Osamis City, hindi tayo lalayo sa kung sino yung mga partners natin. But of course, we have with us our DepEd. Here in the Osamis City Division, headed by our very much active, young, energetic, I say superintendent, or should I call him now superintendent, Iwago. And of course, the different champions. And we have a lot of champions here in Osamis. Yun po yung X-Factor natin dito. No? And then we know we have Ma'am Arlene and all the rest, no? Yung team natin. And of course, we have our City Health Office as partners and the local government unit of Osamis. And we have with us the Department of Health. So at the end of the day, kailangan natin ang health sector. So hindi lang DepEd. Dapat we should partner with the health sector, which is primarily at the national level, we have the Department of Health, and then this one at the regional level, this is supported by Region 10, or Northern Mindanao, UACH, Northern Mindanao. And of course, we have at the regional level, Commission on Population and Development. The most important partners pa ho, at the end, kasi we are a development partner, we are implementing projects, catalytic activities, interventions. But what we want to see as sustainable interventions that's happening in Osamis, that's just being done by DepEd, but rather the whole of Osamis City. But when we say Osamis City, that's the local government unit. So we are thankful that we have with us representative from the local government unit of Osamis City. No? And we're looking forward to really work on partnering, no, with this. No? At napakasipag po ng ating mga schools dito. Grabe. We're so happy. We're really impressed by the way Division of Osamis City is working on this initiative. Next slide, please. Medyo maliit lang yung nakalagay po dito na slides, but you know, where are the schools, no? Kayo po ito, and then we started with 5 schools last year. We started with 1 school dito, no, sa Osamis City National High School, and then through the efforts of Osamis City Division, you're able to expand it to additional 4 schools. At ngayon, nag-ambisyon tayo na sige, dagdagan natin ng 5. Happy ba tayo doon? Are we all brave to work on this? Sometimes, when I was coming here kanina, parang when in all my works, I always pray, tapos sabi ko, sana bigyan mo ako ng kalakasan. And help me to be courageous in whatever things that I've been doing. And yun it represents us. So I hope that the title of the peace project would really be meaningful sa ating pong mga kabataan. So anumang mga challenges na mga nakakaharap natin, there are mechanisms, there are ways for us to be brave. To bravely face all these challenges in the world, wherever you are. You are here currently, not right now, but in the next 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, wala ka na dito. So you should be that brave enough to face the world. So, pero may mga mekanismo tayo. So asa yun, let us be resilient. Ano yung sabi natin? Ano yung brave? Ano yung brave? Okay. So, maging byword natin ito. No? And then, ang strategies, just putting details lang, no? Anong ang mangyayari dito sa mga teen centers? I know this is not new for everyone. As this was mentioned already, pinipilan natin, we will have safe and inclusive spaces. Okay? Peer-led education and counseling, digital platform and referrals. So siguro interesado mga kabataan, ano mangyayari dun sa digital platform na gagawin natin? And then anti-stigma campaigns, and then there will be student advisory groups. And so we will be putting details pagdating dito as we work on the activities na gagawin. Next slide please. And then in terms of youth leadership and resilience, we will be having this resilience workshops and MHPSS sessions. This is a module of DepEd. And psychological first aid, very important. And scenario-based learning, or we have this toolkit that we call Master of Disaster Toolkit. I'm sure even the teachers would enjoy in doing this MOT or Master of Disaster Toolkit, at especially po mga kabataan. And then community asset mapping, participation in governance, and BRRM councils. So we are glad that I'm sure you have your existing clubs. I don't know if you will be coming up with a club for this or integrate it on whatever existing clubs you have. And links to national global youth initiatives. So we want this for our youth leaders. Expand your horizon. No? So with all these initiatives that we are doing, we will give you opportunity to be part of the discussions, not just here in Osami City, but perhaps at the national level. No? And then look forward na malay mo ay makarating tayo sa iba pang bansa. No? So we will look for opportunities. I'm not promising anything, but we will look for opportunities together with you. No? So let's just be proactive. No? Maraming opportunities ang binibigay sa atin. No? Next slide, please. And then another strategy that we're looking at, aside from being a resilient youth leader, we want you also to be like conversant on climate change. Anong nangyayari sa climate change sa ngayon, no? sa environment natin with this climate change happening. No? So we want you to have that, really be serious on your climate science curriculum. So matutuwa siguro mga teachers natin dito sa nag-handle ng climate science. No? Mas i-highlight natin together with the teachers. And then, there will be expert talks and webinars. So we will try to schedule or arrange discussions, no, wherein you will be participating in expert talks. And then student climate ambassadors, who knows, no, that you can represent Osami City as ambassador as far as climate change is concerned. And then there will be a lot of creative mechanisms for us to understand more what is climate change. So there will be like gamification, yung mga bagong term, diba? Gamification and storytelling tools. No? So just be creative in how we're going to do this. And then climate fairs, competitions, and advocacy campaigns. So parang napakadami ng gagawin natin, but let's together with you, together with our principals, with our school heads, with our nurses, and then our teen centers, we will try to organize all these works that we're going to be doing. Next slide. And then what we want to see at the end of this intervention, for us right now, our timeline is 1 year. So, ibig sabihin, those things that I've mentioned ay makikita natin in 1 year. So, medyo may kabilisan yun, di ba? At yun yung kagandahan. That's the beauty of having this in Usami City because you're also proactive and then really looking at the things that we need to do at kumbaga making things happen. What we want to do at the end of the day, we want to see a reduced or a reduction perhaps in early pregnancies happening with all these things that we are working. So makikita nyo ang sexual and reproductive health. We want to be creative na hindi ka lang lecture counseling. But rather, let's be creative, engage the youth. All these activities that at the end of the day, this will contribute in general to reducing early pregnancies and manage mental health issues. Second, we want to see a functional school-based teen center. So what if you have the structure? So what if you have the sofa, you have the tools, you have the whatever yung mga nilalagay natin sa teen center if wala namang pumupunta ng mga kabataan. Diba? So we want that teen center to be functional, to be visited by the student. Hindi lang student leaders ang pumupunta dapat doon, right? But your peers, no? Sana lahat ng mga kabataan in school, alam natin that would be that teen center will help that individual, whatever information or counseling that will happen in that teen center. That's what we are envisioning with what we call the functional teen center and all the components. So we are guided with the standards, how we set up our teen center. Maganda po at alam ko, ang 5 ba na school ay nasa level 1 na. Na certified ng DOH na level 1 facilities na ang teen center ng 5 schools dito sa amin. And we hope that that can be replicated in other schools. So we just don't want to set up a teen center na walang inaasahan. Ano ba dapat na meron? So in everything that we do, we should put quality. So we should be serious on all these things that we are mentioning here na dapat makita sa maayos. No? Because you are modeling all this. And as what I heard, marami nang nagbe-benchmark dito sa inyo. Yeah, marami nang tumitingin. No? So with that, aside from benefiting what is happening in your teen center, functional teen center, you are also supporting perhaps the whole division and other regions in the country. Para mas makita ko what is that system that you have established here in Usami City. And then, documented evidence-based interventions for replication. So, we need lahat ng bagay ay dapat evidence-based, di ba? So, document natin yan. We will be helping each other how to document these things. And then, leaders apply resilience strategy. So, kayo yun. So, paano natin makikita resilient na you are doing the things that you have learned from all these trainings, discussions that you have, that you get from your peers, from your teachers, or from your leaders. So, dun po sa functional teen center natin. And then, student improve climate literacy and action. So, makikita natin to na we hope that we'll be able to really raise that bar as far as the youth adaptation or youth knowledge and practice as far as climate change. Just being responsive to all this climate change that's happening in the country or in the world. Next slide, please. So, and another aspects that we would like to see. When I say we, that's not just the PIRO, tayo po lahat yun. We want to see comprehensive sexual education, alam ko binago na to. Hindi na CSE ang tawag. I've read somewhere na they're not using the word comprehensive sexuality education. Reproductive health, sorry for that, I forgot. I underlined that one kasi sabi ko, i-mention ko dito. And then there's this child protection policy, which you have, I believe. And then adolescent health and development program, nandiyan naman yan. And then, ang tinitingnan dito, when you talk of sustainability, naka-built in na po itong mga programs natin sa DepEd. It doesn't mean na bago ito na ginagawa natin, but rather, you will appreciate na, pasok pala to sa policy namin. So, we just like saying that we're going to operationalize what's stated in that guidelines or that policy. At ito yung ginagawa ninyo. So, yun po yun. I believe that you won't be having that difficulty in sustaining this because you are anchored to the existing programs, policies of the Department of Education as well as the policies of the Department of Health. So, I hope my message is getting to your understanding na this is not just a one-time, big-time project, interventions, but let's make it meaningful for every one of us. And at the end of the day, we want it to be sustainable, maintained and sustained. And then perhaps even replicated. So for BRAVE, we're seeing youth empowerment through SRHR, resilience and climate action. So the call to action is what? Let's read this together. Especially the youth leaders. What's our call to action? Hand up please. And with passion, with Shazam.
I am brave. We are brave. Together, let's build a great nation that is informed, resilient, and empowered.
Wow. So with that, I'm sure you're all encouraged to really pursue all these interventions that we're gonna be doing here in Usami City Division. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
That was really informative, and we have learned a lot about this project, BRAVE. But then again, thank you very much to the Country Program Manager of JPIGO Philippines, Dr. Ingrid Magnata. Another round of applause. Indeed, this is not just a project, a cause, and of course, an advocacy for our young learners, the teens. And now, we come to one of the highlights of today's activity, and this is gonna be the I Am Brave call to action. And you will be given these placards. So may we request our education leaders and our stakeholders and partners for a photo opportunity. So earlier, we've heard our student leaders shout, I am brave, we are brave, because everyone in this court, in this hall, is truly brave to empower our young people, the youth, to become leaders. This is a call to action for everyone, all for our learners, the young Filipino teenagers. I Am Brave is more than just a slogan. It is a commitment and a declaration that as young people, educators, partners, and community members, we will stand together to be resilient in the face of challenges, adapt to climate change, and protect our environment, and of course, champion sexual and reproductive health and rights so that every young person can grow up safe, informed, and empowered. And later on, if we're good with the photo opportunity, we'll have video opportunity as we will all be shouting, I am brave. Alright, so just give me the signal if we're good with the photos because this... Okay, well, Florida, ready?
Count of three.
One.
Wait. Three, ka. One, two.
In 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, let's give them a big round of applause.
Good morning. Warm greetings of government, empowerment, and service. On behalf of the City Government of Ozamis, I extend my heartfelt support to the Department of Education, Division of Ozamis City, led by Mr. Jalisho Liwangan Jr., Assistant Schools Division Superintendent and OIC of the Office of the Schools Division, for the official launch of Project Brave in strong partnership with JPIGO Philippines under the leadership of Dr. Ingrid R. Magnata, Country Program Manager. It is with full circle moment that I stand here with you today. You see, when I was in high school, my favorite phrase to get by was, be brave. Then, what I only meant was to be strong. But later, I realized it was a way to build resilience. It is forever a privilege to be a graduate of the special science curriculum of the Ozamis City National High School, being taught by our dedicated teachers, whom some of them are here with us today. Thank you. And as such, I couldn't be more proud that this institution was chosen for the launching and implementation of the Project Brave. And I am here with the values instilled in me by this very institution, representing the local government unit in partnership with JPAN. This initiative is both timely and vital. By establishing school-based teen centers, we are creating safe and nurturing spaces where our students can find guidance, access critical information, and build resilience in facing life's challenges. Addressing issues such as adolescent reproductive health, mental health, psychosocial support, disaster resilience, and the protection of learner rights ensures that our young people grow not only as academically competent individuals, but also as empowered, responsible, and compassionate citizens. We deeply commend DepEd Ozamis and JPIGO Philippines for recognizing that true education extends beyond the four walls of the classroom. It is about equipping our youth with the values, knowledge, and resilience to navigate the complexities of modern life. Project Brave resonates strongly with the Ascenso brand of service. A governance that takes action, delivers results, and places our people, especially the youth, at the heart of development. In line with this, the city government of Ozamis firmly pledged its full support to the Project Brave. We commit to collaborating with DepEd and JPIGO Philippines through our Sangguniang Kabataan initiatives, whom the SK Federated President is here with us today, Honorable John Fel Lohay-Longsoy, and youth development programs in assisting the school-based teen centers, providing complementary programs to strengthen youth empowerment, mental health, and learner protection, and mobilize our resources to ensure that every Ozamistan learner has access to safe spaces, guidance, and opportunities to thrive. In fact, we are very happy as our SK programs submitted to the city, implemented throughout the 51 barangays, are directed towards the education and information about reproductive health and as well as mental health awareness. Together,
let us continue to protect, guide, and empower our learners because in their strength and resilience lies the future of our city and our nation. Padayon kita sa pag-asenso, Ozamis. Thank you.
Padayon o kanunay so Ozamis.